How's everybody doing today? Oh, no, y'all can do better than that. How's everybody doing today? That's what I'm talking about, 5 Links. Is this an awesome Nationals or what? How many of y'all jacked out y'all mind? Great, great, great. Well, this has truly been a blessing. 5 Links to me, my family, and friends. And it seems like yesterday when I first came to a national convention and I sat way in the back, I was like a fly on the wall getting all of this information. And the first thing I said when I came to the national convention was, they shouldn't have never, ever, ever showed me this business right here. You shouldn't have never showed me this game right here. And so, long story short, got involved, followed the same system that we introduced to you all. Within 1 year, became a senior vice president in his company. Then went on about 4 years later, become a platinum senior vice president in his company. Last year was able to hit double platinum senior vice president in his company. And so I'm saying all that to just say, if I can do this, you definitely can do this. Are you with me? So today we're going to talk about the most important topic in our business. And the most important topic is customer acquisition. Are you all with me? And so one thing about it is, you can sign up 1,000 or 1,000,000 reps. But if you don't have customers, you don't have a business. And so that's why we're all in this business, is to build a strong residual income. Are you with me? And so if we do the job right the first time by acquiring real solid customers, this business can pay you for a lifetime. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to go jump into this, and we're going to talk about customer acquisition. Now, here's the overview. We're going to go over basic customer acquisition, the approach, the process. Then we're going to take it a step higher, and we're going to talk about leadership customer acquisition. We're going to go over power hours, commercial customer acquisition, and fundraising. Basic customer acquisition, okay? Now, I tell people every day, if you're in this business and you don't have at least 25 customers, you need to go get them right away, today. Are you with me? I always say that's like a dog chasing a car. Some of you heard me say that, but you see dogs chasing a car, and I always say if that dog catches that car, he can't drive it, right? So once again, if you're building your business and you don't have customers, you almost waste your time because you can't get paid unless you have customers, okay? So first of all, who should be your first customer? Be your first customer. Try all products and services. You can't sell it if you don't have it. Familiarize yourself with the products. You want to build a solid customer base, okay? You want to build your testimony. Remember this, stories sell and facts tell. So you want to be able to share your experience with new people about how you got on your own services and they're working for you. So we have a rule in my house. A lot of you heard this. And the rule is if it don't pay, it can't stay. Are you with me? We found out these companies are paying people to be customers. So that means anybody doing business in my house, right? Guess who has to get paid? I do, right? Y'all heard it. Cut me in or cut it out. Are you with me? Good deal. Now, let's talk about business ownership. Treat this like a business because this is a business. If you treat this like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. But if you treat this like a business, it will pay you like a business. So my number one question is, what is your budget? Now, I know when I owned the clothing store, it was $2,200 a month just for my rent. That was a business expense. No matter if I made a sale or not, I knew that was coming around every 30 days, $2,200. Are you with me? What's your budget for this business? I like to tell people to have an extra $200 to $300 a month to invest in their business, so they can represent every industry, every product that we carry, every service that we offer. You should be using it. I'm going to say this again. Every product and every service that we have, you should be using it. Why? Because you want to lead by example. You want to represent every industry. And this is your inventory. You've heard it. You can't sell it if you don't have it. Are you with me? So the question is, if you owned a McDonald's, right? Would you get the McDonald's without the fryer? Not at all. If so, your business will fail. So treat 5 Links like a business, and it will pay you like a business. These are all of the products and services that we carry, and the great thing about our company is every Nationals, we bring new products and services to the table. So we're always expanding. So let me tell you a key secret so you can move with the momentum of the company. Every time there's a new product launch, you go get that product. So this company, they launch fuel. You go get fueled up. Are you with me? A year ago when we launched coffee, you go get coffee. When this company announced coffee as a new product, my residual check was raised close to $10,000 a month on one product announcement. Are you with me? That's how you want to build your business. Now, key thing in this business, you're going to hear it over and over again, is you must make a list. You must make a list of potential customers, okay? Now, let me tell you, when you make this list, you want the first 5 names on that list to be people that love you. In my case, it was mom, dad, cousin, sister. Are you with me? The second 5 names should be 5 people that owe you. They may owe you a favor. You may have helped them out in life. But these first 10 names will either be disappointments or you should be done with customers. Do you all follow? Now, understand this. My dad never became a customer. My dad still is not a customer in this business. When I first joined this business, he said, "Oh, son, that stuff don't work." Now I'm a double platinum. I ride Bentley, and he tell me, "Oh, son, you just lucked up." But my dad is still not a customer. But did he stop my business? Not at all. See, a lot of you are going to go home and you're going to expect someone close to you to be your customer, and they won't be your customer, and a lot of you are going to let that drive you out the business. Keep it moving. My mama told me no. When I first joined this business, I got excited. I picked up the telephone, and they told me I needed 20 customer points. My mom was the first call that I made. I said, "Mom, how are you doing?" I said, "Mom, I need you to be my customer." She said, "What kind of customer?" I said, "I need you to be my home phone customer, my TV customer, my internet customer." Know what she told me? She said, "Boy, you ain't about to mess up my phone service." I said, "What?" I said, Mama, I need you to be my customer. She said, nah, you're not going to practice on me. But I did it wrong. I approached her wrong, and she eventually became my customer. And I'm going to share with you later how she became my customer and how you can get people around you to become your customer. Are you with me? Good deal. Now, here we go. W-H-Y. Why are you doing this business? Everyone should have a why. And this is the main thing that you need to write on paper. Why are you doing this business? Nicole Kimbrough says all the time that why stands for what's hurting you. So the number one way to get their why, my mentor taught me the way to dig anybody's why. Ask this question. John Jones told me if all of the money falls out of the sky into your lap, what would you do with it? Anybody you encounter, you ask that question to them. Hey, Joe, if all of the money fell out of the sky, give me 2 or 3 things you would do with it. And when I was asked that question, the first thing was to clear debt, to retire my mom, and pay for my child's education. Are you with me? Those were the 3 main things that were at the top of my list. And I'm happy to say 5 Links has took care of all 3 of them. But you must have a strong why. Your why has to be so powerful that it will make you cry. That why has to be so strong that you will run through a brick wall to conquer that why. Now, let's talk about emotion versus logic. 3 big words you need to write down if you're taking notes. And if I were you, I would be taking notes. 3 big words. They're called favor, help, and try. And remember this. This is a relationship business. We acquire customers based on relationship. If you acquire a customer based on prices, guess what? You're going to lose customers based on prices. But if you build customers based on relationship, they will be lifetime customers, as long as you have that relationship. Are you with me? So, remember this before we talk about how to get those customers. You always have to speak with excitement. You got to be excited about this. You can't say, hey, will you be my customer? Not at all. You got to say, you got to try this. You've got to be my customer. You've got to be excited about what you have because people follow excitement. Show a sense of urgency. I don't need you to do that next week. I need you to do that right now. Matter of fact, let me put you in the system right now. Don't put off tomorrow what we can get done today. Are you with me? Be confident. Be confident. A lot of times the biggest attitude wins. I have people ask me all the time, do you have the cheapest price out there? I say probably so. But let me ask you a question. Do you pay the cheapest price on every bill you pay? Not at all. So if you're not questioning corporate America, why are you questioning me and my business? Now, team, you've got to be passionate about this. And you can't build your business with a deck of cards. You want to build your business with strong and real customers. Why? Because that is residual income for the rest of your life. You want to build strong customers so for years to come, you can get paid on work that you did years ago. Now, let's talk about the approach. Let's talk about the approach. This is when it starts to get fun. All right? And this is what I want everybody to catch. You got to catch the approach. Okay? And so you want to approach customers using the script. And I want everybody to follow the script. Now remember, team, this is like Simon Says. Anybody ever play Simon Says? If Simon Says take 2 steps and you take 3, what happens? You're out. So you got to follow this exactly, and if you follow the script exactly, you're going to get the right results. And so this is what I want you to do. I want you to go along with that script with me. But understand, remember that list that we made? This is the conversation that you want to have with the people on that list. Now, let's play role play. See, remember when I was trying to get my mother to be a customer? What I learned was the way you get customers is to ask for a favor. I remember when I was running for senior vice president, and I remember me, National Director Lavelle Watson. I want y'all please to give Lavelle Watson a hand. He's getting promoted this weekend. Senior vice president. He was one of the first people that signed up with me, helped me get my ET bonus. Me, Lavelle Watson, and a national director called Dave Reynolds. When I was running for senior vice president, we locked ourselves in a basement, and we got over 200 customer points in 2 days. And let me tell you how we got over 200 customer points in 2 days. We asked for over 200 favors. So work with me right now, okay? Here's the script. Ring, ring, I'm making a phone call. And then Joe is going to answer the phone. And I'm going to say, hey, Joe, how you doing? I need a huge favor. After that, what do I do next? Shut up. What does it say next? Be quiet, right? I say shut up. What I learned is most people talk too much in this business. And when you talk, you lose. So once again, that's role play. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hey, man, the reason I call you is because I need a huge favor. What is Joe going to say after that? What is it, right? Now, you always follow it up with good news. The next step is to share your why. Hey, Joe, you know, I just started a new business so I can retire my mom, clear debt, and pay for my children's education. I'm only calling on people that I knew would help me out, I can count on. So do me a favor and help me out and try at least one of my services. Now, what do you think Joe was thinking? Now, after I say that, I got this from Frank Kimbrough. The next thing I would say is, hey, Joe, doing this favor for me is just like you loaning me $100,000. I saw Frank Kimbrough get about 50 people in a row to be customers in one day. He picked up the phone and said, hey, man, I need a favor. What? I need you to try my service. What service? Hey, man, look, before you even go there, doing this favor for me is like loaning me $100,000. I would forever be in debt for you. See, most people would do a favor versus savings. Are you with me? Now, let me ask you a question. What was the first thing that was on Joe's mind when you said, I need a favor? Joe's thinking like, oh, he want to borrow some money. He needs to move in. Need somebody to babysit the kids. Are you with me? But when you follow it up with good news and you explain your why, now you have a relationship base of customers. Are you with me? So when I called my mom back, me and my mom went back and forth for over a day. My mom said, no, I'm not going to be that customer. I said, Mom, yes, you are. I hung up the phone. I said, well, you think about it and get it together. I'll call you back later. I called my mom back later on. I said, Mom, you ready to do this? She said, oh, no, I don't know, son. I said, Mom, I tell you what, if you don't do this, be my customer, I'm going to be mad at you. She said, son, why you tripping? I said, that's what I'm saying too, Mom. Why you tripping? How you all of a sudden fall in love with AT&T? So she said, if it's that serious, son, here, take the services. Are you with me? But when I really explained to her how this was going to set us financially free, she was excited about it. Now she's in the business, and she's a national director on her way to senior vice president. If you build customers based on relationships, remember this, they will stick. The key is I need a huge favor. So those top 10 people on your list, mother, brother, sister, cousin, when you asked for that favor, they were willing to help you no matter what you said next. Are you with me? But they're thinking something strange and something huge, and you just need them to be a customer. Are you with me? Good deal. Now, you heard about the Apple system, right? The different people that we're going to counter in this business. Okay? We have red apples. The red apples are people who are very approachable and easygoing. These people are easy. They love you. They usually say yes. You want to spend 80% of your time there with red apples. Green apples. These are people that have questions. They're willing to help, but they need more information. Let me tell you what you do with a green. See, because you got those friends that say, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, what about this? They're testing you. You answer 3 questions, and then if that's not enough information, you refer them to your website for more information. Are you with me? Because you can't spend that much time getting quizzed. You've got to move through the numbers, and you want to spend 20% of your time there. Rotten apples. Everybody know about that rotten apple, right? These are people who are negative and won't support you. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I love my dad, right? My dad gave me much game. He gave me wisdom. He's the one that made me be an entrepreneur. But when it comes to this business, he's a rotten apple. I don't want him nowhere around my business. Because he's still not a customer. And then when we launched coffee, he got excited, and he wanted me to drop him off free coffee. I said, Dad, I ain't got time for you. I see you when I got time to just play. Are you with me? So this is what happened in your business. Don't let relationships ruin your business. Let relationships build your business. Are you with me? Now, let's talk about the process. You want to sort for red apples on a regular. You want to complete the enrollment. You want to check the status in the customer VO, in the virtual office. So you don't want to just send somebody to your website and they say, are you a customer? No, you want to see the job through. You want to put that rep in the system or that customer in the system. You want to check the status of that customer. See if it's pending. See if it's active. And then after that, you want to follow up with the customer to make sure they're satisfied. And if that customer is satisfied, what do we want to do? We want to ask for referrals. A referral is usually a touchdown. Because if someone refers someone to you, that means they are highly recommended. Are you with me? Good deal. Now, you've heard this, right? Some will, right? Everybody say some will. Everybody say some won't. But what? So what? That's the attitude you got to be. So what? I don't care. I'm moving to the next person because I know it's 300 million people just here in the United States. So I'm not going to let one person deter my business. Are you with me? What was the next word we're going to say? Next. You want to run through the numbers. Now, let's talk about leadership customer acquisition. Okay? Leaders, you must have a process that builds your residual. I'm talking to everybody in this arena. I'm talking to people in the back, and I'm talking to platinums and double platinums in the front as well. You want to have a process that builds your residual. Last Nationals, when I came to this national convention, I had about 40,000 residual customer points. This national, when I showed up, I'm close to 100,000 residual customer points. We have a process that builds customer acquisition. See, I don't know about you all. Some of you in it for the title, the hype. I'm in it for the residual. My goal is to build 10,000 new customers a month in my organization. And I promise you, next year this time, my goal is to have at least 250,000 customers that I override. And if any of y'all want to challenge me, I'm with that. How are we going to do this? Let me show you the process on how we go in the trenches and go get real customers. Leaders, we must build the average customer account per rep. Look throughout your organization. If you're doing 100 new reps a month, what do each rep average? My average went from about 4 customers per rep to close to 10 customers per rep. Okay? You must praise your leaders for high customers. You got to applaud that. You got to create that environment. You got to get them gifts. You got to get them recognition. 100 customer club, 200 customer club. Now remember this. Customers are acquired in the dens and the living rooms. And Yatu Marvel, top senior vice president, and Yatu Marvel told me, he said, we get customers just like every Fortune 500 company gets customers. How do they get customers? In the living rooms and dens. That's why they run commercials. They catch you when you're in your comfort zone on your couch so they can get you the information. They know that's when you're most subject to shop. We do the same thing in 5 links. Whenever a new rep comes into my business or my organization, it's up to that rep that brought them in to be in that new rep's den or living room in the first 24 to 48 hours. And we're not going to see how that den or living room look. We're going to come out with customers. Are you with me? So this is what you got to do. Now, you must gather customers at BOMs and PBRs. You must be set up for this. You want to have a product table, but a lot of us are just doing presentations and letting people go home. Do you know that it's a lot of people that come out every day just to spend money? It's a lot of people that come out, and if they see something they like, they're going to buy it right then and there. We don't want to miss that point of sale. So you want to have inventory. You want to have products to sell right there on hand. So at the end of the presentation, there's 3 types of people. One that's ready to get started right away. The second one, oh, I got to think about it. That third one, he's not interested. But that third person, we offer them to become a customer. So what you want to do is you want to have the marketing tools, you want to have products on point, and you want to have a checklist list. We have a 1-page sheet that we use of all the products and services we offer. And let me tell you, this is a skill that's taught. Has anyone up here went to go get an oil change? When you go get that oil change, they always advertise $19.99, right? But by the time you leave, you spent $50. Because after they change that oil, that guy's going to come on back and say, you know what? You need to replace this filter. And if you don't replace this filter, it can damage this, that, and that. You also need a windshield wiper. Are you with me? We must learn to do that in our business. Every rep that comes through your PBR, your BOM, they must go through that checklist. I'm not letting nobody get away without asking for a customer. Are you with me? Now, events, meetings, and we must have sampling. Coffee, right? Every event, it must be coffee. Every event. Because I believe one taste, we got you. I believe if you taste my coffee, you don't want any more coffee. And I'm going to tell you that before you take a sip. Hey, try this coffee. I guarantee you taste this coffee, you won't want any more. Are you with me? Now, power hours. Power hours are huge, okay? And this is when you create a winning environment. This is when you invite team members over to your house, and we call it dialing for dollars. Make everybody whip out their list. We put money in the pot, and we run different contests right then and there. Whoever gets the most customers tonight, they're going to get a $100 prize. When you have 50 people running for a prize, that creates what? Activity. That creates production. Whoever gets the first customer, we're going to give you a prize. Create that winning environment, but when you got people working as a group, you get more done when you send people home by themselves. A lot of times people can't do it at home by themselves. They get scared. The dream stealers come get them. But if they're around a team, if that phone gets too hot or heavy, they can pass that phone to their upline. And that upline can get that customer for them. Are you with me? So that's one big secret in our business, that we do power hours at least once a month. And we duplicate that throughout our organization so our customer base is growing. Are you all with me? Now, commercial customer acquisition. The beautiful thing about our company is we have residential and commercial. Let's talk about getting commercial accounts. First of all, you must have professional materials. Don't you ever walk in a business with a balled up sheet of paper talking about, look at this. They're going to look at you crazy. Don't go in there talking too much. Let your tools work for you. So we have professional brochures in the store on every product we have. So when you go into these companies, you want to get them professional materials. So they know that you're professional, they know that you're serious. So search for business owners in your warm market. I hear people all the time say, I'm going door to door and I'm going for commercial. Me, myself, I think that's not the right way to go about it. This is a warm market business. So you want to search for business owners in your warm market. How many people out there know someone that owns a business by the show of hands? Absolutely. So you want to challenge everybody in your organization to reach out to at least one business owner per week for customer acquisition. Find out who the decision maker is when you go into these companies. Because you don't want to waste your time with the wrong person. Now, if you can't get through the front door, you got to go through the back door. What's the back door? If I'm trying to get Bishop in my business and Bishop doesn't have time for me, maybe I need to go get Bishop's wife. Maybe I need to get Bishop's cousin. I need to find out who has a relationship with someone who has power, get them in my business, and guess what? I've got them. Are you with me? You got to have strategy. Now, there's a formula for getting commercial accounts. And this is $1 million game I'm giving you, so write this down if you're trying to go commercial. First thing you want to do is pique their interest. Pique. Hey, my company's helping people save money on utilities. Next, you want to provide the information. And last but not least, you want to pass them to a team of experts. That's corporate. We have a team of experts that are sitting there that work for us, that will close any commercial deal for you. Okay? So what I want to do now, I have a special treat for everyone. I want to bring up a lady that I've grew to love more and more over the last month. I always liked her, but I love her now. This lady signed the biggest healthcare deal in the company. She signed one deal with over 1,600 customers on one deal. On that one deal alone, over $9,000 a month in residual will be kicked out to her team. Now, if that lady's in your organization, won't you love her too? So y'all do me a favor and help me bring up, and I want you to hear her story, Ms. Wanda Wallace, National Director in our company.
What's up, Publix? I'm about my money. I don't know about y'all. I got to give it back to this wonderful, wonderful man, double platinum, senior vice president, Marshall Fortson. Without him, I don't know what I would do. First and foremost, I want to give honor to God, who is truly the head of my life, because without him, I wouldn't be standing here. I have to tell y'all something. This is a vision that I saw. I saw this, and God is making it happen, so I'm so excited to be here tonight. I got to give a couple of shout-outs, and I'm not going to keep you long, but I want to thank John and Patrice Jones, Platinum Senior Vice Presidents, for mentoring me and helping me. Thank you, guys. My SVP, Levi Vias. Thank you, Levi. Janie Pittman, the lady who brought me in this business and mentored me, National Director Janie Pittman, thank you. The love of my life, my partner, E.D. Douglas Thornton, and my family and my friends. I have to tell y'all, this is a true journey because I really didn't know how big this was. I looked at this company about 4 years ago. Janie Pittman, my mentor, actually brought me to one of the meetings. And I was in the business for 6 months, and I was like everybody else, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with no multi-level marketing. If I ain't making money now, I don't want it. So she came, she would just call me every day and said, look, I just want you to come back. So one day, I decided to come and really see what she was talking about. I sat in that room and I thought, wow, I've never seen anything like this. The light bulb went off. Haven't y'all ever had them aha moments? Well, that was my aha moment. So I worked the business. I've been in the business for almost 4 years, and I kept trying to find my niche. And I'm like, I tried to sell this and I tried to sell that, and it didn't work, but I didn't give up. I said, you know what? God, you got to give me something that's going to help me be successful in this business. I had already known that this was going to be a place that I was going to be. So what I did was, about a year and a half ago, I own a national staffing company, and I talked to a lot of customers, and I was trying to sell them on different things. But my life took a turn. My business got bad. I had no money, as how many can relate to that? Being broke, disgusted, all of that. But I kept 5 links in the back of my mind because I knew God had given me this tool to be able to help people. So come September, I got a call. And I mean, I was broke. I'm not lying. I was totally broke. And I got a call and I said, a friend of mine said, look, I have an opportunity that I want you to come and talk to a business in California. And I'm thinking, I ain't got even money to go fly out there, but I ain't gonna tell them that, you know. So I went out to California. I had a big, huge staffing company who asked me to come out for my help. So the first thing I did is I looked at their company, and I had been studying this healthcare for quite a while because I'm a staffing company and we have to adhere to those requirements. So what I did was I looked at their books and I'm like, you guys have over 1,600 employees and you're not offering health care? And they was like, we don't even know what that is. What are we supposed to be doing? I said, you don't know about Obamacare? They were like, no. I said, well, let me give you my story. About a year ago, I didn't have much money and I signed up for Obamacare and I used it, and thank God for Obamacare, I was able to get my health care coverage for free for a whole year because I couldn't afford it at that time. I did not understand why God put me in that situation. I didn't see this. But anyway, I looked at their books, and I told them, I said, do you know that if you don't sign up for something in the next 60 days, you're going to be paying $3 million in fines? And they was like, what? So I thought, okay, what do I need to do? Enhanced Care Med just came into my mind. So I called my old friends at Enhanced Care Med, David Coffey and Jerry DeLucio, and I said, look, I need some help. I've got this company. I don't really know what to do, but all I know is I need to save these people so they don't have to pay all of this money. So the first thing they asked me was, well, what do they do? I told them about the company. They asked me, can you get a census of their employees? So I said, okay. And I want to say this, just like Marshall put out there, you don't have to know everything, but this company, 5 Links, really helps you to move your company to a different level. And I want to thank the co-founders and William Fortson, because without this company, it wouldn't have let me move into my destiny. So after I called them, I said, I was trying to explain it. Like he said, you can't talk too much, but I was talking too much, so I thought, you know what, I'm calling Enhanced Care Med. Within 2 weeks, they had a healthcare product for these people that we rolled out. Every single one of those employees got coverage, and now it saved, number one, the company over $3 million in fines. Number two, if they wouldn't have done that, they would have had to pay $3,000 per employee on top of the $3 million because they weren't offering it. And so I'm here to tell you guys, healthcare is so important. This law is no joke. Many of you probably thought, oh, I can wait. This is the year of penalty. If you are an individual in this room and you don't have health care coverage, when you get your income tax check and you see dollars are missing, it's because you're going to be fined. If you're a business that have over 100 employees and you do not comply with this law, you will be fined $2,000 a person. And what I did through the knowledge of 5 Links, I took advantage of their products. I don't know a lot about this company, as far as, how everything works, but I do know they have a system. And I'm telling you guys, I have looked for certain things. I've never been in multi-level marketing before, but I've never been with a company that takes something and blesses you with. This is a blessing for me, a blessing for me. I went from earning a little or nothing, and now this deal, I heard I'm getting about $9,000 a month. It don't get no better than that, you guys. It doesn't. So I just want to say thank you for everything, you guys. Listen, don't quit. I was trying to quit. Every month I'd be calling my upline. Marshall talked to me every single month. Wanda, if you just stay focused, you're going to make it. But he was right. I did. So listen to your uplines. Come to these meetings. These people know what they're doing. And I want to thank each and every one of you for the support. I truly want to give it back up to my mentor, my guy, my double platinum SVP. And again, listen to what he's telling you because he won't tell you wrong. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's my new best friend. Frank, I divorced you. It's my new best friend now, man. All right? Yeah. So let's wrap this up, team. All right? So, where we at? Okay. We're closing out now. Am I? Uh-oh. If I can do this, anybody can, right? All right. So, customer acquisition. But now remember, like we said, the pros know and the rest guess. So, get that information to the pros and let them close your deal. Now, fundraising. You want to approach nonprofit organizations. They will bring in customers by the boatload. Find out their why. Learn about their goals and projects that they have. Churches may have a building fund. Sororities, organizations. Okay? You're going to hear a lot about our new and improved Links to Funds program coming up. So remember I told you first, okay? But solve their financial issues, okay? Now, retaining customers. It's easier to keep a customer, okay? It's easier to keep a customer than to get a new customer. Little things count. Now, I get this from Ashley Cooper all the time. Ashley Cooper is nice to our customers. She would call them and say, hey, happy holidays, how are you doing? happy birthday, but she remembers every customer that comes into her organization. Okay, now, in closing, remember this, team, remember this. The goal is to be diamond qualified. 25 personal customers for diamond. That's all it takes to get to the top of this company. 100 customer club and 200 customer club should be everybody's goal in here. Now remember, this will create a residual income that will last a lifetime, but not only that, this is willable. Are you all with me? So let me tell you this. I don't know about you all, but I'm so serious and fired up about what this company is doing. I am so jacked up that I'm ready to run back to Chicago right now when I get off this stage. And I don't know about you all, but if you're going to let people get in your way about customers, I say run them over. Go get those customers. If you have a strong why, don't let nobody get in the way of your why. Okay? And I promise you this. I'm going to tell Jason Gutt, Jeb Tyler, and Craig Jerbick to get the cash register ready because I know we're going to get over 1 million customers in this company. Let's take this company to 1 billion. Thanks a lot, Marshall Fortson. See you all at the top on the Diamond Ride.